Live trained.
And now we're going to talk a little bit more about a pull, straight pull shot, which would be the opposite of a push, right? So you have a push that goes straight to the right and doesn't really change directions. And then we're going to have a pull shot that starts left and stays left. It's the same thing, but just on the other side. And the pull shot, most likely you're going to be swinging a little bit out to in. So in that circumstance, you'll see this line down here is shaping me out to in, and I'm just going to pull it left. Even if I start square, pulling it across my body, going straight left. Okay, so that face to path angle, -7.9. Club path is a -4.1. That's super out to in. We don't like that. And the face angle is -12, very, very close. And that's what kind of gives us that pull shot. So you have a push, you have a pull, you got a slice and a hook, which I showed you guys the hook a little bit. Now I'll show you a slice. Slice is what I feel like most amateurs will hit a slice as their bad shot. That's usually their bad pattern. And a slice is more prevalent in a driver and bigger clubs, but we will show you the slice with my 8-iron anyway. So a slice is going to keep that out to in path that we have here, out to in. But the face now, instead of the face angle being a -12, I need my face angle to be on the positive side. So that means what? That means my face angle is going to be open. So I'm keeping the same path, but I'm going to have an open face, which means it's going to start a little bit on the left side and then go slice way right. Why? Because the difference here, the face to path, is very big, and that spin axis, if we talk a little bit about spin axis here, is when I hit the ball with an out to in angle and an open face, it's going to spin to the right. So it'll start on the left side, but it'll slice and it'll spin all the way to the right. So let me see here if I could show you the shot. Definitely more of a hook when I miss rather than a slice, but I'm sure I could pull it off. Okay. All right, so that's a little bit more of a slice. You see the face angle is a 9.7. Our club path is a 6.1. You really need it to be a little bit more on the negative side, but that's just not how my body moves. So my path is always usually into out, but I still did manage to curve the ball a bit. And then on the flip side, a good slice would be called a fade, right? That just means that face to path is not as drastic and it's a little bit more playable. So instead of this ball being way right, I might have it a little bit closer to my target line. In order to set up for a fade, most players will set up with an open stance, so open to your target. And if you want, you could cheat a little bit, or it's not really cheating, it's just kind of setting yourself up good, would be to open that face a little bit. So you do want to try to swing on that out to in path, so out to in. I shouldn't really turn so much and bring this club behind me. So you want to stay here, out, swing in, and then you want to keep that face open. So in order to hit a fade or a cut, it's kind of interchangeable, calling it whatever you'd like. You're gonna set up open, have a little bit of an open face, and then you're gonna swing out to in. I also like to put the ball a little bit more in the back of my stance for this. All right, so you can see the ball started on the left side a little bit and it did fade a little bit to the right. So that's really good to play when you're approaching the green. A lot of people like to hit a fade into the green because the spin is a little bit lower and it's not going to roll off the green. It just tends to hit the green and stop. So in order to get your scores better, I always recommend trying to hit a fade or a cut into the green and then a draw off the tee if you can.
Live trained.